All right, welcome to the Eagles Nest here on the campus of Wake Technical Community College in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm Joshua McKinney alongside Assistant Athletic Director and Head Volleyball Coach Stephanie Swartz. Stephanie, we got a great one on tap tonight.
We do. We welcome the nationally ranked number 16 Catawba Valley Redhawks, coached by Brian Garbra. This should be an interesting game tonight as both teams look really similar on paper. So this will be fun for all of us.
Yeah, they really do, and a lot of familiar faces with the Redhawks. They have brought with them 5 sophomores and reloaded with 12 freshmen. They come in with a record of 10 and 1 on the season, only 1 loss. In the conference, they're 2-0, but they're in first place right now, so they're in the catbird seat, sitting over top the Eagles, who are second in the conference.
Actually, we're tied in conference because neither team has a loss, and the Eagles are 6-0 and Catawba's 2-0. So basically, whoever goes home with a loss tonight will not be the number 1 seed in the conference. So winner takes it.
Winner takes it.
At least for the break, anyway.
That's right. At least for 2018, they'll go out on top. And as we look ahead to start 2019, little about the Redhawks coming in from Catawba Valley, which is located in Hickory, North Carolina. The student population there is 4,500. The president, Dr. Garrett Hinshaw, the AD, Nicholas Schroeder, SID, Cody Dalton. Now, they're located off of Highway 70, which is parallel to I-40, which is about a 3-hour drive from Raleigh. And, of course, for Wake Tech, the Eagles, we certainly here are on our home campus. We've got 74,000 students. Of course, that's curriculum, workforce, continuing education, and all those wonderful programs that we have to build your skills. We've got 7 campuses, multiple centers, and we, being Wake Tech, can announce that, we approved our new president today, Dr. Scott Rawls, who replaces Dr. Stephen C. Scott, who was instrumental in bringing the athletics program here to Wake Tech.
He was. And he is dearly missed, but we all are very excited to welcome Dr. Rawls to campus. We can't wait to get him to some games, too.
That's right. He's already tweeted.
He's going to be
supporting the
here.
Eagles. That's right. So a great contest coming up for tonight. We've got some great individual players. Steph, is there any one particular player for both the Eagles and the Redhawks that you're going to be keeping an eye on? I know I've scouted a couple. Of course, I see Wake Tech all the time since I'm here covering the ball games. But is there anyone in particular on either side that you're going to be watching out for?
Well, I think in particular for the Eagles, we're going to need to watch Karan. He's going to be running the point, and he's very energetic. He's quick. He's hard to get in front of and stay with, so I think he's going to be instrumental in a victory for the Eagles if they pull one out. What do you think about Catawba?
I agree with you 110%. Karan there, of course, scoring 23.4 points per game. He leads Region 10, Division II in scoring. On the other side of the basketball, I'm going to go with a player that we have seen quite frequently here. This is sophomore Isaiah Johnson. He was here last year, and he did quite a bit of damage to the Eagles, and he brings at least a 15.5 point per game average. That ranks first for the team, and his field goal percentage is sitting at 59%. That's 4th in the region.
Right, and along with Jordan Powell, who's getting quite a bit more minutes on the Catawba Valley team and scoring close to the same amount of points, 14.9 is his average, and he's also rebounding the most for the Redhawks.
That's right. Yep, absolutely. So great players on both sides of the ball. For me, I think my go-to for Wake Tech is going to be Michael Armstrong. He's shooting 65% from the field. Of course, it helps when you got about a 6'7" frame and you're playing in the middle.
Definitely does not hurt. And Mike is a Raleigh kid, so local. He went to Knightdale. He's considered a gentle giant. Coach Adam Wainwright had nothing but good things to say about him. He's a great kid, solid GPA, strong rebounder, and can dunk anywhere around the rim. So this will be exciting.
All right, so both teams are getting set to tip off. We're going to let the audio kind of take it away here just for a couple of seconds, and then we'll get to our starting lineups. So listen in right here, Wake Tech Eagle Basketball Network.
Testing. Welcome. We are honored to have you tonight as a guest at the Eagles Nest, home of the Wake Tech Eagles. National Junior College Athletic Association Region X and Wake Tech College promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Negative comments, profanity, racist, sexist, or other abuse. Directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated in our grounds for Wake Tech College thanks you for your support and cooperation. Please join us as we honor America with the
That was great. Hometown crowd. Announcements have been made. National anthem has been played. It's ready for the starting lineups here. We're going to hear that from our public address announcer, who's going to take it away.
Catawba Valley Red Hawks. The Red Hawks are 10-1 undefeated in conference. First starting sophomore guard number 1, Everett Palmer. Sophomore forward number 3, Jordan Powell. Freshman guard number 5, Deja Molden. Freshman guard number 32. Sophomore forward number 23, Isaiah Johnson. Red Hawks coach. And now your undefeated Eagle. And guard sophomore number 1, Karan. And guard freshman number 25, Tyreek Wilder.
So, Steph, I think we can run through some of the lineups here. The starting 5 for the Red Hawks is going to be Everett Palmer, Jordan Powell, Deja Molden, number 5, number 23, Isaiah Johnson, and number 32, Zach De La Cruz. For the Eagles, we've got Coran Clements, Christian Anamule. We've got Anthony Perry, Michael Armstrong, Tariq Wilder.
Eagles are coached
Both
by
sides very strong with their starting five. The officials taking both ends of the floor. We're getting set for tip-off, and it looks like who's going to be leading the charge for the Red Hawks is going to be Jordan Powell. And I would suspect for the Eagles, you'll have Michael Armstrong both tipping it up in the middle.
I'll agree with all of that. Just want to mention that was Christian Animahe.
Animahe, okay, yes.
For Wake Tech.
I know I always mess up his name, and I do apologize for that, but a Garner
That's okay.
guy.
Now
He's a
we've got it
Garner
right.
guy.
Yes, now we've got it right. Also want to mention that we are missing Jaron Ellerby tonight. He sprained his ankle in the last home game against Fayetteville Tech, and he's been out for about 2 weeks now and still not good to go. So he will be watching from the sidelines, which is, I hope, doesn't affect the Eagles too much, as he was the second leading scorer on the team.
That's a huge subtraction from the Eagles lineup. He's averaging 18.7 points per game, which ranks 5th in the conference.
Here we go.
I don't know about you, Steph, but I'm ready for some basketball.
Me too. Did I mention that Catawba Valley is ranked 16th in the country
16th
as
in the
of
country.
today?
How about that? Well, the tip is up. It goes the Eagles' way.
The way we like it.
Clements takes it across the timeline. Looking into the corner. That's Perry. Christian with a shot. Up, short. Rebound by the Red Hawks. Fast action so far for both teams. That'll be a jump ball. Should go the way of the Red Hawks. Excellent block
by Coran.
How about that? Not usually your blocking guy, but certainly coming out of nowhere to get that one.
Right. Oh, that's unfortunate for the Eagles.
Player control foul in the lane.
Coach Wainwright not happy with that one.
Absolutely not. So that'll go down as the first foul of the game. First foul for the Eagles.
Looks like we've got some discussion at the table. Want to make sure we give that foul to the right player. Looks like they've got it figured out now. Coran playing tough defense. He's very energetic, fast on the floor.
This is the second year here with the Eagles, and he brings a great
energy.
dynamic, to the squad.
Very emotional player.
Yep.
And
Three-point basket by Molden. He shoots it from beyond the arc at 35%. Great tipping there by the Eagles to keep the ball alive. Get the ball out, looking for a play.
that's Mike going in strong. Unsuccessful for the two. Eagles got to get back quickly on defense. They're
Transition
getting beat
play.
back. That's 2 times they've had a wide open opportunity underneath.
That's De La Cruz putting it in for the easy layup.
It's going to be a rough night if that continues. Eagles are looking a little cold right now. Nice. Got a steal by Coran, driving.
2-on-2.
Tried to draw the foul, didn't get the call. That was Christian with the rebound and the putback. Another rebound and good for 2.
And that's his strong point,
That
rebounding.
is his strong point. Yes, and a quick turnover by the Red Hawks.
We talk about the product from Garner. He averages 13 rebounds per game. Just an outstanding asset to have on the glass.
Just to add to that, I spoke with Coach Wainwright before the game about Christian, and that's exactly what he said. He changes the game with his rebounding. Looked like he did get the foul, but it'll be on the floor.
I know it doesn't look like it right now, but Wake Tech averages 92 points per contest, just shy of 93 points. But get this, and I don't know if this might be typed in wrong or not, 51 rebounds per game. Now, that raises a few question marks. It means you're shooting the ball a lot, and you're missing the ball a lot, but when you've got a rebounder like Christian, it's not a problem.
Right. That was Mike that we mentioned, local kid from Nightdale with the 2.
You got to check out our website, WakeTechSports.com. I've got some great photos of Michael dunking the ball. Great stuff. Excellent rebounder.
That was Anthony Perry with the rebound. Oh.
Tipped up.
Just missed. Mike taking it up strong.
Nice rebound.
Rebound by Perry. Jump ball called. Should be Eagles' way. Eagle coaching staff not happy with that call, expecting a foul on the play.
It is a little physical down there, but you would anticipate that with so many bigs on both sides. Nice look.
Tyreek kicking it out to Perry. Perry had nowhere to go. Back to Karan for 3. No good. Red Hawk ball.
But I think that's the right idea. That's getting the extra look, the extra pass. It didn't work that time, but it will. De La Cruz for 3.
Karan will pick up that rebound. You'll be hearing his name a lot tonight.
Very uncharacteristic of De La Cruz on the other side to miss a three-point shot. He's shooting 40% from behind the three-point stripe.
Looks like the Eagles are going to slow it down here a little bit and try and set something up on offense. I think it's a good move.
Yeah, you talked about how similar both these teams are. You don't want to get into a running match with a team that's your mirror image.
Right. As you mentioned.
Yeah, run out on the other side, up and in the foul. Jordan Powell lays it in for 2. The foul's on Anthony Perry. That's his first and the team's second.
That was a very unselfish play by Molden. He could have easily taken it on his own, but he gave up the pass for an assist for an even better look.
Substitutions now coming in for the Eagles. This is number 15, Volante Carroll. Powell steps to the line, looking to complete the three-point play.
No good. That's Armstrong with the rebound.
Easy rebound there.
Tyreek taking it all the way in.
Jump stop.
And it's good.
And in.
Now it looks like the Red Hawks will slow it down.
And what you expect to see from Coach Garmuth there, he's always right on the edge of his coaching box, always yelling at his players, keeping after him. That's his trademark. Little under and through. Basket is good by Molden.
Nice move by Molden. Tyreek's going to take a deep 3, and it's good.
Long 3. Count it.
Eagles hustling back on defense. They got nothing. Good hands there by Tyreek. It's always fun to see when they make the play on offense and turn around and make another play on defense.
Get back on defense. That's right. Yeah, you can't lavish in that shot that you took and you hit. You got to get back.
Take those opportunities for granted.
Setting up for the Red Hawks. De La Cruz to Molden. Stripped away.
Turnover.
Fast break for the
Tyreek
Eagles.
again. Behind the back pass to Armstrong. And 1. Nice.
I was a bit worried there with that behind the back pass, but it fell right into the hands of Armstrong, who took it up, put it in, and a foul on the Red Hawks, and we're tied at 11.
Well, this is what we expected. As we mentioned, they're very similar on paper.
Real back and forth battle so far, but the Eagles have had to fight back. Free throw is up and in, and the Eagles claim their first lead of the contest.
Looks like they've moved from man-to-man to a zone. Did not help him that time, though.
That was an easy basket for Reeves, who checked into the game for Catawba Valley.
And Volante Carroll has entered the game for the Eagles. That was him with the tip back. Nice job. That's a way to come off the bench right there. And Karan, again, with his hands in there. Good defense by the Eagles.
You know, we talk about a lot of shots from the Eagles. They have their fair share of misses, but I tell you, so far, they're in the right place at the right time. That was a quick break for Christian. He is going to come in for Armstrong and give him a rest. De La Cruz.
Oh,
Shoulder
nice
away.
hands. And it's good.
Easy too. Yeah, he was clear for takeoff, didn't
As
stick
a
the
coach,
landing.
that's how you love players to come in off the bench.
Yeah.
Immediate steal for 2.
Good
Yes,
steal.
and another steal again. That's Christian Animahe doing work.
Looks like
Karan
the break
going
served
up.
him well.
It did. Drawing the foul on the play. All right, got a timeout here by the Red Hawks. Actually, maybe that's a tech.
Yeah, Coach Gomrod's not really happy there with that.
Seemed to be a bit of a misunderstanding in that situation.
It will go down as a timeout.
It will. It easily could have went either way. I would not have minded seeing a technical in that situation.
Yeah, you know,
I mean,
Coach Brian.
you got to keep it calm.
Yeah, really jawing here, and you know that's going to work against your 5 on the floor, because if you're getting up in the face of the referee, they're going to be more apt to probably not let calls slide.
Right, you never know. It could go either way. I mean, maybe it works for you, but I haven't seen that happen in a lot of cases. It usually goes the opposite direction. Sometimes your players play harder in those situations, so that may be a positive for the Red Hawks, but it's early on. That's a lot of energy right now being used that's misdirected, I believe.
And Coach is pleading his case now to the other official.
We'll see how his players respond. I will say, I've seen a lot of these games, and I think the refs are handling it very well.
Yeah, they're doing a great job with it. Good thing is they'll let it go just so far.
Right. And that was Karan, good for the first foul shot.
Who you would expect to be a great free throw shooter. That goes along with his average of more than 23 points per game. He's great at the free throw line.
Yes, he's 83% from the free throw line.
De La Cruz with the touch. He's going to try to get open for 3.
And he is.
That's his bread and butter. Quickly, 3 for the Eagles, no good. Rebound comes down to Christian. Christian back out on top.
Karan looking for the open man. He's got Tyreek for 3, and it's good.
Excellent work.
I tell you what, Tyreek's playing with the chip on his shoulder tonight.
De La Cruz again, winds it up for 3. Got it.
Oh!
And the foul.
Outstanding play by De La Cruz. He's actually shooting 40% from the three-point line.
You can't let him get warm.
Right.
He can hurt you in a hurry.
1, okay. 2, we know better by now.
Yeah, we gave him a warm-up, and he missed that first 3, and ever since then he's rattled off 2 straight.
Tyreek being a little overly aggressive on that play.
Misses the free throw. Christian with the rebound. Gets it up to Perry, who puts it across the timeline, enters the lane.
Tyreek with the miss, and that one will go over the back. Just want to mention, if you're going to foul on that play, you got to make sure they're not going to make it. It's got to be a good foul.
Yep.
Trying to work it inside. Christian going straight up.
Oh, and the foul.
Easy offside rebound for the Red Hawks, and the putback. That was Jordan Powell.
Yep. Powell able to get it in. Had two hands on the ball, the foul from behind. He's going to go to the line for one. So again, both teams neck and neck now at 21. If I'm not mistaken, the Red Hawks have missed 3 free throws up to this point.
Right. That was a wild shot there by Karan.
Probably looking more for the foul than he was the shot.
Red Hawks really trying to get Dela Cruz involved here.
Yeah.
They're trying to pass to him every chance they get.
And I don't know if you've heard it, but I've heard every offensive play for the last 2. They've said De La Cruz, De La Cruz. It's going to be an Eagle foul on Carroll. That's going to be his first.
Yes. We were discussing how similar these teams were earlier. I just want to mention that the Eagles are averaging 92.7 points a game to Catawba Valley's 85.5 points per game. Field goal percentages, 46 to 45. 3-point percentages, 31 to 29. Very similar.
Yeah.
Rebounding game, 44 to 51. Assist game, 19-15.
It doesn't get much closer than
Pretty
that.
close in all categories.
Yeah, I think the key number you need to look for
Great
in the
block.
first half, can Wake Tech keep Catawba Valley under 40 points? Wake Tech keeps their opponents shooting around 79 points per game. That's great defense from the Eagles. So if you can get them under 40 in the first half, you're looking pretty good. As is the case sometimes, if you're following along at home and maybe you're looking at the roster for Catawba Valley, there's no listing for a number 54. We'll do our due diligence at halftime. We'll get that name for you.
Looks like 54 is Byron Sanders for the Red Hawks. And for the Eagles, JJ has entered the game, Jawan Robertson.
All right.
The Eagles lead 24-21 with 11:30 left to go in the first half. Collegiate men's basketball plays 2 halves, as opposed to collegiate women's basketball plays 4 quarters, 10 minutes each.
And maybe sometime in the near future, men's game will go to 4 quarters.
Maybe.
Yeah. A lot of purists not happy about that if it ever comes to it. I think it might disrupt the flow of the game, but it would add an extra timeout.
It would.
2 extra timeouts.
Yes.
Up and in. It's Johnson. Some missed shots for the Eagles. Rebound ripped down by Reeves. Looks like the shot clock might not have been exactly where it needed to be.
Looks like we're going to get a reset to 25.
Boy, wouldn't you like to be in that little huddle right there?
Yeah. I was just thinking about being a fly on the wall down there.
Yeah. So I think there's some confusion on who has which fouls for the Red Hawks. I think there's some confusion. Someone's been given an extra foul somewhere in the book.
Right, and of course the home book is the official book. However, if you bring a scorekeeper with you, as Catawba Valley has done, they sit together, they compare notes. If there is a discrepancy, the referee takes time to evaluate the situation, and we'll get a call on this shortly.
You don't think a lot about the folks that keep the book, but that's some high stress.
Oh, absolutely. It is, because even if you're the home book and you are official, the referee doesn't have to give it to you. That has happened before.
I would say by now, Steph, you've probably just about seen it all.
Yes. I was just thinking that the last time I kept the book, actually, that happened. We were home. And that was my argument to the referee, is we are the home book, we are official. We had a player that fouled out of the game, and they had that the player only had 4, so that was the issue.
Interesting.
We did not get the call because the visiting team put the time that the timeouts were taken, so he went with his book instead.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Not that that has anything to do with the fouls,
Yeah.
but hey, is what it is.
Well, it's
All right,
supposed to be
looks like-
organized basketball, not NASCAR, where you get away with a little cheating here and there, right?
All right, looks like we've got it all figured out. Looks like the gym's filled up quite a bit, at least on our side, I know.
Yeah. Great crowd here tonight.
Yeah, you probably can't see it from the camera angle, but we've got twice as many people on our side as the other side.
Well, finals just wrapped up here at Wake Tech on Monday. Of course, that was extended out an
Yes.
extra day because we had
Due
a
to
snow
the
day a week
snow.
ago. Yeah, an early season snow.
Oh, yeah.
Player
Nice
control
job.
foul. That's going to go
That
against
was Mike
Black.
Armstrong.
Yeah, that's going to go
drawing the
against
foul.
Black for the Red Hawks. That's going to be his first foul. Make sure I keep that note just right in case the book needs to look at it.
We hope that you're enjoying this broadcast on Eagle Stream, and we hope that you'll follow us on Twitter at Wake Tech Sports.
That's
Looks
right.
like number 32, Cade, has entered the game for the Eagles. He's a solid all-around player. I spoke to Coach Wainwright about him as well, and he said he does a little bit of everything for the team. So just a good player all around to have on the team.
Now, is he a dual sport athlete?
He is. We actually got him from the baseball team.
Right. Had an off-ball foul there for the Red Hawks. That's going to go against one of the star players for the Red Hawks. That's against Molden. That's his first. So the Eagles with a little bit of breathing room now at 27-23. We're under 10 to play in the first half. Eagles slowing it up on offense.
Oh, that was a good look. Just wasn't there.
It's going to be tough to get that ball into Armstrong.
We got 4, 3, 2, 1 on the shot clock, and it's good. That was JJ, number 4 for the Eagles.
Robertson with 3 extends the lead to 7. A miss.
Offside rebound there by Karan.
Little confusion on that dribble.
Taking a deep 3, no good. Nice hustle by Christian for the rebound.
And another board.
Cade trying to get that rebound, but not in good position for it.
Referee not blowing the whistle on over the back.
Nope.
Redhawks down in a hurry.
Eagles now up by 5. I think they were doing a much better job when they were slowing it down,
right.
working it inside, getting their points.
I agree. Stolen away. Reeves up and in. 4 straight points for him now.
You got to go to the ball, Joshua. You got to go to the ball. That's a cross-the-court pass. You can't wait for it to get to you. That's how steals happen.
And that goes for any sport. You got to go to the ball. Check to the ball. Check to the ball. But maybe not volleyball. I don't know. You might not have to check to it there. Forward rip
Got
down.
a one-on-one situation here.
No foul called.
No foul called.
Molden makes it look easy, and he's looking back at Karan.
Redhawks on a 4-0 run. Eagles now only up by 1.
What was 7 less than 30 seconds ago is now a 1-point edge.
Oh, Armstrong wide open underneath.
Pushes his way in.
Nice job.
Oh, errant pass for the Redhawks.
I mean, if you're watching that, that appears to be the Redhawks strategy. They play well when they play fast. On these fast breaks, they're converting every time. They're 3 for 3 on the last underneath the basket. But that doesn't mean you have to play that way if that's not your game. And I think for the Eagles, they're doing a much better job when they settle down, look for the opening, take the extra pass. That was a nice block.
Molden looking for the pass.
That's Cade recovering the ball, pushing it up the court, looking for an open man. He found Christian. Karan's going to set it up at the top of the key. And he drives, dishes. Mike going up strong, blocked again. I feel like this just happened.
Yep.
Tyreek in traffic, dishing it out to Cade, open for 3. No good. Nice rebound by Armstrong.
That'll be a jump ball. Razor thin margin. The crowd getting into it. 6:52 left to play in the first.
Did we mention it would be exciting?
Maybe once or twice.
Did we mention they're evenly matched?
More than once. Hey, no, you were saying to visit us on social media, Wake Tech Sports. It's also our web address, waketechsports.com.
Looks like De La Cruz is back in the game as well. But they didn't need him on that opportunity.
Cole Johnson with the tray.
Yes.
Interesting to note about number 12 for Catawba Valley, Cole Johnson, the guard. He's a freshman from Knightdale, so he's playing in front of the home crowd tonight.
Right.
Karan for 3, staring De La Cruz down as they went down the floor. Nice rebound by Christian.
Tyreek pushing it up the court all by himself, and it's good. Another interesting takeaway is that our Volante Carroll also played with number 3 Jordan Powell at Hill College in Texas last year.
How about that? Nice
That's
hand.
Karan with the steal.
Great basketball
Looking
IQ
up
to
the
cut
court,
off
we've
the
got
angle.
a 3-on-3. Foul at the top of the key.
That's another foul on Sanders. I've got that notched as his second. So that makes for 17 fouls now against the Redhawks. So the Eagles are going to go to the line for 1 and 1. Always reliable.
That'll be Coach Wainwright for the Eagles taking a 30-second timeout. I'm not sure that Karan's missed a free throw tonight.
I don't think he has.
He is 83% from the free throw line, the highest on the team. Coach Wainwright's huddle is pretty calm, collected, getting his kids together, quite the opposite of the Red Hawks huddle, but to each their own.
That's right. I've gotten used to that from Coach Garmroth from Catawba Valley. Every time he's here, you know you're gonna hear an earful.
It's gonna be interesting.
Stepping up the press game now for the Eagles. Christian is going to get called for the foul on that, but at least the shot was not.
Right.
Yeah, at least the shot was not able to get off there.
It was a good hard foul.
Yep.
He didn't score, and he went for the ball.
So at the line, 34, this is Salve Young. He's a freshman from Garner.
A lot of local kids on the court tonight, despite these teams being 3 hours apart.
We're going to have to figure out how is it that Catawba Valley can come in our backyard and get our kids. No good rebound, Red Hawks. Boy, Christian just makes you alter your shot, and it makes all the difference.
Oh, Cade with the attempt at the reverse, but it's no good. He does get the steal, looking for Karan, taking it on his own, and it's good. The finger roll for two. Eagles now up 41-34. And another block by Christian. Tyreek looking for Mike, and he found him.
There will be a player control foul. Charging is the call.
I don't know. From what I saw, I don't have instant replay up here, but it looked pretty good.
When you're there for a charge, you got to make sure you're set. You cannot be moving at all. I'm not sure that Catawba Valley was set.
They're moving, you're moving. You go up and in, just don't drop your shoulder, and you usually don't get caught.
So the Eagles will have to shake that one off. This matches the largest lead of the game for Wake Tech.
Strong
been a
defense
push-off, great
right
block.
there.
That's Parks.
And that was a good play. He didn't let the defense deter him. He went up strong, got his own rebound, went back up. Cade in the corner, back to Karan, looking for wide open Christian, but he didn't account for the defender.
Pass. Red Hawks had a wide open Powell underneath.
I was just getting ready to say, lucky for the Eagles that they missed him several times underneath. I'm sure that's something the Eagles will want to fix at halftime, if not sooner.
While they're able to get the bucket.
Nice shot by number 12 for the Red Hawks. That was a contested three, and it was good.
Cole Johnson.
Wade looking underneath. Red Hawks playing solid defense. Nothing to be found there. Kicking it back
6
out
on
to
the shot
Karan.
clock.
Karan's got nowhere to go.
He was a bit out of control.
I don't disagree. Seems to be pleading with the official, but I don't know that helped.
Yeah, he was really off balance making that drive. I think the shot clock had him a little antsy. It was under 6. Nice pass underneath.
As you notice, the Red Hawks are starting to post up underneath every time. That can
Starting
be
to use
dangerous
bigs
for the
now,
Eagles.
huh? Yeah. Played a little outside. Now they'll go inside, and they trail by 2. It's 43-41. What a play.
That was
Carroll.
Volante Carroll with the putback.
Yeah, that'll go against the Red Hawks.
All right.
Powell, push from behind.
We'll take it. I don't know if you can hear the feedback, but that's our assistant baseball coach giving the refs a little bit of input.
If there's one thing he brings, it's passion.
It is passion. He was just simply appreciating the call that was
That's right.
made. That's what I heard.
The iron very kind there to the Eagles. Red Hawks looking. Oh, wide open if you got him.
Look up. There he is.
Oh, push.
Oh, nice follow.
What a follow. Perry.
That was a great job by Perry.
Oh, what about the
Nice
block?
That was Carroll with the block.
3 on 3.
Karan looking for Tyreek. Tyreek pulling it back out to Christian, to Perry from top of the key. No good.
A bevy of Eagles to get the rebound.
Got a new shot clock though. See what we can set up here.
Got to get
Not
back.
good.
Numbers for the Red Hawks.
Nice hustle. Great play by Tyreek, not only blocking the ball, recovering it, hitting Karan for a 3.
Eagles
Fighting over the rebound, same team.
now 3 on 2.
Gotta let each other know. It's getting a little out of control here.
Errant pass. Powell
Again.
was looking for a foul.
It's 49-41. Eagles being unranked, I would think they would be stated as the underdog if they were one.
I would agree.
So if you're up by 8, you got 38 seconds left. Go into the half with the controlled possession scoring. Just settle down.
That's right. And we've seen Wake Tech work best when they're not running up and down the court,
Right.
when they set their half-court offense. These two that you see right there in the middle of the floor have been going at it all night. Nice rebound.
Nice putback.
Carroll once
I
again.
love that Carroll caught that high and put it back up rather than bringing the ball down.
That's
That's how you get it stripped, when you bring it down. That was a
It's-
great putback.
It says a lot about Wake Tech's offense that they're able to get in between the bigs of the Red Hawks. So that's going to stay with Catawba Valley.
I agree. It did look like it went off on the Eagles.
7 seconds left in the first half.
Shot clock is off. We're at 4, 3, 2,
Last shot of the
1. Eagles rebound and go to the half, 51-41.
But just like that, a flurry near the end of the first half gives the Eagles a 10-point edge.
We're going to take a few minutes here to have a commercial break, and then we're going to talk to Coach Wainwright and get some insight.
So before we get to that, you're going to learn and hear a lot more about Eagle Stream and what it has to offer you and Wake Tech Community College.
Hello, I'm Michael Ewer, and I'd like to invite you to watch The Michael Ewer Show right here on Eagle Stream. The Michael Ewer Show highlights African Americans who are making an impact in the Triangle. From business to technology to art and history, we've got the movers and the shakers of the community. You don't want to miss it. Remember to subscribe to Eagle Stream for all of our upcoming events.
All right. Excellent. So we are waiting for Coach Wainwright to head up this way. But before we get there, I'm going to talk to we're going to have the ILC player of the game. Now, the ILC, the Individualized Learning Center for Wake Tech, that's your place to go for tutoring and support, whether it's math, writing, computers, science, you name it. We got it. We can offer it for you. That is available for students. Also, student services and advising. A great time of year to get some advising help as we look ahead to the spring semester. Of course, here at Wake Tech, spring semester begins January 4th. I'm going to slide aside here so we can get to the head coach, Adam Wainwright.
Sounds good. Coach Wainwright, have a seat. Yes, sir. I'll try to make it brief. I know you got work to do. So what do you like that you're seeing so far?
We're pushing the ball, and that's part of our game plan. Just push it, because don't feel like this is a team that can really stay in front of us. We've done a pretty good job of defending their bigs, I thought. Not terrible. It's going to be a tough game. Every game in this region is a tough game, so we'll see. Just got to come out there and maintain our composure.
Absolutely. How did you feel the guys were at halftime? What's the feel in the locker room?
Pretty upbeat. That little run we put on at the end of the first half to get up 10, that was big for us. Gave us some confidence, and we just stay out of foul trouble and keep on pushing the ball. We're gonna be all right.
Sounds good. It's working so far. So good luck to you. Thank you for your time.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Am I on camera right now?
You are.
Where? Oh.
Right there.
I didn't even know I was on camera. What in the world? Shout out.
All right. We've got 3 minutes and 45 seconds before we get started in the second half. So again, the Eagles are up 51-41. At this time, after speaking with Coach Wainwright, the plan's to push the ball. He feels like the Eagles have their heads on straight in the locker room and they're focused, ready to finish out this second half. Joshua McKinney, our SID, is going to be joining me again. He spoke to you all briefly about the ILC. Is there anything else that you want to mention to the viewers?
If you want to look at the ILC, let's go ahead and take a step back and look at last year. We had one unique student. She was a cheerleader, Sara Lovato. She made the ILC work for her. And the story of Sara goes like this. She had submitted many scholarship applications, more than 70 if I'm not mistaken, but it was the 73rd scholarship that she landed with the help of the ILC. This was the largest scholarship that any student can receive. She's going to NC State now, and after that she hopes to continue on at Harvard. So we're going to continue to follow her story, but that is an ILC success, and that is something that they in the ILC can do to help you. As I said before, writing, math, science, computers, you name it, it's there for you to take advantage of for all Wake Tech students.
Absolutely. I just want to put a plug in, too, for our student athletes, as they are required to attend the ILC to get hours in each week, and it has helped with GPAs tremendously, not just on a team, but across the board.
Just goes to show the hard-working, compassion, care, communal environment of Wake Tech. I mean, our ultimate goal is to get our students to graduate, get jobs, or move on to that 4-year college or university.
Eagles are warming up for the second half, and here comes the Red Hawks.
Yeah.
I guess they had a little bit more to talk about during halftime.
You know, Coach Garmuth was
very passionate.
Animated during the first half. He decided to keep the team in the locker room a little longer than usual.
We'll see how each of the teams respond to the halftime briefing from their coaches.
So the officials have now come back. We are just about a minute away from the beginning of the second half. Now the Eagles were not able to keep Catawba Valley under 40 points in the first half, but
pretty
41.
Close, though. Pretty close.
Pretty close. So I'd say right now at this moment, it's looking pretty good for Wake Tech. But again, we saw a lot of misses for Catawba Valley. They were getting some open looks down low that passes weren't being hit to those players. So they've had the opportunities. Can they chisel away at the 10-point deficit? And on the other side, since of course we're here for the home team, can they maintain that 10-point advantage, utilize the fast break, or what we've noticed, which has been working for them, which is slowing the game down.
And we're just under 30 seconds here. And I want to mention, too, the second half is crucial. I mean, we got 20 minutes. It doesn't matter what you're up by right now. Those 10 points can be dwindled away in a minute or two, depending on what kind of run the team ends up with after the half.
Hey, Coach.
Again, it's back to how they respond.
Come back.
We've got a guest
we got a celebrity
who just entered. Yeah, another. Come on down.
Live on Eagle Street.
You're live.
What's up, Eagle fans?
Yeah, so I have Coach Eric Sabrizi with me here right now. He's watching the game, enjoying it with his lovely wife and son. How about you give us a little bit of feedback about Cade? We mentioned earlier that he is a dual sport athlete here at Wake Tech, a baseball player, a men's basketball player. I already mentioned that Coach Wainwright had tons of good things to say about how excited he was to add him to the team and that he was a solid player and can do a little bit of everything. What are your thoughts on him in regards to baseball?
Well, first of all, he's a great kid. Works hard in the classroom and is just a great teammate as well. Just basketball-wise, he's a great athlete, and we're still trying to figure out ways to get that translated on the baseball field. But he'll play a part here in the future going forward.
And you've been to several of his games so far this season. How much have you enjoyed watching him perform on the court?
It's awesome to see. There's only but so much competitiveness you can see on the field with baseball, but you really see it, straightforward when you watch him play basketball.
I agree. Well, Eric, thank you for joining us. We won't take up any more of your time, but we do appreciate it.
I do have a question. Coach, you've got a camp coming up pretty soon. We want to talk a little bit about that. We don't have it on the website just yet, but tell us a little more about the baseball camp, when it's going to be, and who this camp is for.
Sure, it's a prospect camp that we have
every year, right?
Every year. And it's a way for kids to get out in front of us, our coaching staff, to show their abilities, and gives us a chance to give them feedback as well.
And is there a limit on the amount of players who can attend?
We keep it around 50 to 60 kids every year.
And you usually are full every year,
Every
correct?
year, yep, every year. We've got a lot of interest in the program, and I would say probably about 40-50% of the guys that are in our program right now have come to our camps before.
Awesome. That's great to hear. Good. Well, thank you again for your time.
All right,
Enjoy
thanks
the
for
rest
having
of
me.
the game.
You too.
You never know when you're going to run into celebrities here, right? Again, that makes it so communal here at Wake Tech. You run into head coaches
Good call.
who are in the stands.
Good call. I like it.
So while we were talking to Coach, little game reset here. We had a foul by Perry for the Eagles. That was the first foul of the second half. That's led to 2 free throws, and it's now 51-43 in favor of Wake Tech.
Nice. That was Anima with 2. Good post move underneath, was successful. Eagles playing tough D right now.
De La Cruz for 3. Off the mark.
He was pretty deep there. Karan driving on his own. Ball knocked away. It'll stay Eagles ball.
Easy rebound for Powell.
Yep, he was all by himself on that side. It looks like it may be getting a little bit chippy underneath.
That is going to go against Armstrong. That's what I've got listed as his second.
This is what I mentioned earlier in these games. The referees really have to control that, which I think they did a good job there.
Stolen away!
And by Tyreek! Yes! Well, that was definitely a statement play.
Wilder getting the ball, taking it down on his own.
De La Cruz.
De La
Thank goodness
Cruz.
he's 0 for 2 on those last 2 attempts because he
Another
was
miss.
wide open on that one. We mentioned that earlier. You make a great play on offense, you've got to hustle back on defense. You can't leave somebody that's 40% from the three-point line wide open like that.
No, you cannot. An uncharacteristic off-ball turnover.
It was, but you got to give credit to number 3 right there. His hands were ready. He was locked in on that play. That was a great defensive play for the Redhawks. Eagles had the middle on lockdown. Looking for an opening there.
Howell double team.
Nice defense. The double team ends up with a turnover. Good for the Eagles. Karan, unsuccessful.
Redhawks trying to pick up the pace. 3-point shot, Banks.
He kissed that one off the glass.
Yeah, Molden with the 3 ball.
Not sure that was intentional, but it counts the same.
It does. Didn't know the bank was open.
Okay, yes!
And
looks like we're cashing in on the Eagles side as well. That was Mike Armstrong.
And that's what Armstrong does best. That's why he has a 65% field goal percentage, which ranks second in Region 10, Division 2. He sets himself in that low post. You get the nice feed, dribble up, easy jam for 2.
Redhawks calling the timeout there, trying to slow the game down a little bit and break that momentum that the Eagles have. I just mentioned a few minutes ago how they were catching us off guard, and now we did it to them.
Yep.
Again, it's like watching ourselves play each other.
Yeah, you're right.
It'll be interesting. I say sustainability comes down to composure.
But one thing that I have noticed about this year's Eagles men's basketball team, as opposed to the last 2 or 3, the Eagles would get out to a big lead. Other teams would come back. They'd eat away at that lead. They'd get it close, and the Eagles couldn't finish it out. This year they've been able to finish ball games. Will they let Catawba Valley creep back into this game?
Nice hands, again by Tyreek. He's everywhere. I want to mention, too, I think the
Stolen
defense
away.
is a lot better. Again, 25 with the finger roll for 2.
Wilder. Certainly making his case for the ILC MVP of the game.
We got a hand up late, but
Numbers.
that's JJ.
Oh, a little too much.
You never know when those are going to catch up with you.
I think he felt the defense breathing down his neck.
I
Went for
agree.
something extra.
I agree. Looks like we've got an injured player on the court for the Red Hawks.
It's going to be number 14, Malik Leach.
I do appreciate the sportsmanship on that play by Karan.
Helping him up.
Helping him up.
You know, we talked early on at the beginning of the contest who was going to pick up the slack for Ellerby, who is out injured. I think we found it tonight
I think so.
in Wilder.
Red Hawks, full timeout.
So great turnout tonight.
Absolutely.
We've seen baseball players here. We've seen fans in the stands. I've seen women's basketball,
cheer team
cheerleaders
out
here.
there doing
Yeah.
work. Women's basketball team here supporting the men's basketball team.
Most of your volleyball players headed home already for the holidays? Yeah.
Got a couple that are local in the area. Coming out of the timeout, what I was hearing from the Red Hawks coach is a lot of talk about their body language and their fight. So he's unhappy right now with their performance in those regards. We'll see how they respond.
Cody Dalton, the SID at Catawba Valley. I noticed a tweet earlier today talking about this being the first true test for the Red Hawks. They knew they were going to be in a contest. I don't know whether or not they would think they'd be trailing by 13 at this point in the game.
Right. Sometimes that happens with the rankings, though. As soon as you get ranked, you take a loss. It's unfortunate, but hopefully that's the case tonight, and it will be fortunate for the Eagles.
Yep. Wilder with the look. It's going to go against Jordan Powell.
In regards to the conference teams that both the Eagles and the Red Hawks have played, they've both played Davidson County and Lenoir. The Red Hawks defeated Davidson County and Lenoir by 18, while the Eagles defeated Davidson by 9 and Lenoir by 14.
Interesting. Ooh.
Wilder had nowhere to go.
He'll get called for the steps that time. He might have gotten away with one early, but not the second time around.
Red Hawks were really working hard to get something there. That was a huge block by Armstrong.
It was. It really was.
Wow.
Red Hawks stuck to it.
That be JJ from the corner. No good, but hustle by Karan. And
Nice hustle
by JJ. Red Hawks ball. That appeared to have gone off JJ's foot. The Red Hawks have pulled within 9.
Quick 4-0 run. So that foul goes against Molden of the Red Hawks. The block was the call. That's his second. Excellent look by Christian to Armstrong for 2.
That'll be 9 points now for Armstrong.
That shot was deflected.
Got him wide open. Christian stepping back, putting it up. Foul called on the play.
That foul is on Young, number 34 for the Red Hawks. That's going to be his first. But what about that pass, huh?
Yeah,
That was a great look.
was a good look.
That's one thing we haven't touched on for Karan is his assists per game. He's averaging 6.5 assists per contest. Nice rhythm, puts down 2 dribbles up in, and Wake Tech.
Thankfully, that was a 2.
Player we haven't seen in a while, De La Cruz. He missed a few 3-pointers, and he's been on the bench ever since. Very precarious spot to get the ball inbounds for Wake Tech.
That I haven't seen before.
Nope.
Nothing to see here. Just moving the cooler out of the way for an inbound.
Gives new meaning to water cooler talk, huh?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes, definitely was.
Certainly was set that time.
Yep.
We've seen Wilder make a lot of good decisions tonight. That probably is not one of them.
That'll be Eagles ball. We've got a substitution here.
Perry coming back into the lineup for Wilder. Yeah, you mentioned Wilder's been everywhere tonight. Now he's on the bench. He needs a little bit of a breather.
Looks like the Red Hawks opened up a full court press there and then dropped off quickly. Playing man-to-man, trying to keep it out of the middle.
Oh!
That was a nice play by 54 of the
It really
Red
was.
Hawks. JJ with the ball. Pushing
Sanders.
it to Armstrong underneath.
You got to start minimizing the misses here.
I agree. Good set shots.
Wide open look.
Like, that should have been an offensive foul in my opinion.
He didn't
Before
get the call for the
travel.
foul, but he did take steps, so we will get the ball back.
I'm pretty sure Coach Wainwright felt the same way about that.
I would agree. He's gotten a bit more animated here in the second half.
JJ to Perry. Perry waving him through.
Little hand check foul. That's going to be on Reeves. That's going to be his second, and a timeout on the floor.
Full timeout, Eagles.
get more calls with honey.
That's right. Yep. Catch more flies with vinegar than honey, they say, right? Or is it the other way around? I really don't know. My old sayings, I don't know. I just pretend I know what I'm talking about. People nod their heads yes.
That's what I was doing. I played the part. So we're just over 12 minutes in the second half. Eagles are up 63-54. We had a few plays down and back again. Both teams pressing the ball, but not getting a lot of good looks. I would say Redhawks had a couple good looks on those last 4 or 5 drives, but couldn't knock anything down. So we'll see who gets warmed up after the timeout.
And you start thinking about some misses, and you think again about De La Cruz. Had he hit 2 or 3 of those three-pointers, the whole game would be much different right now. I know I keep coming back and talking about De La Cruz, but it's a point that's worth saying because he does shoot 40% from beyond the three-point line.
You're not wrong.
No. And players are allowed off nights. We prefer them again when they're against us.
Right. A lot of red jerseys underneath for that rebound. Pressing it up the floor. Good for 2.
That's Sanders yet again, getting into the score sheet. So that's another on Reeves. I've got him marked down for 3. Substitutions for the Eagles. Wilder back into the contest. JJ takes a rest. Long pass out to Wilder. Wilder to Perry.
Ball movement there. Got 3 passes, 4 passes, 5, and a drive.
Perry with a look.
Man, he had him. And they drew the foul. Nothing wrong with that play.
Nope, not
they
at
worked
all.
the ball around. They got a good opening. Drew the foul. We have our best foul shooter going to the line.
Sometimes I wonder how he's able to get up from so many hard fouls. Oh, stolen away.
One man, but stolen by Tyreek. I'd really like to see some more movement through the middle from side to side.
Oh, great shot.
Good shot by Christian and Imahe, falling away.
Oh, stolen away. Bad pass by the Redhawks.
Nice to be in the right place at the right time.
Numbers.
Good ball movement. Nice job. Very unselfish play by the Eagles there.
The Eagles on a roll, feeling it now. 69-56.
Drop below the ball now on defense. Tyreek for the offside rebound. Lets it get away.
Oh, you got to fall on that.
Good hustle by the Redhawks. 34 driving and scoring.
Young with the easy 2. Underneath, Armstrong with the hammer home.
Armstrong.
Yes. That's what he does best.
Redhawks trying to pick up a quick 2, but nothing available.
And you start to think, are they moving too fast?
Armstrong with the takeaway. Karan looking for an opening, driving.
Up.
Did not
It will
draw
stay
the
with
foul.
Wake Sack.
in that situation, Karan could have pulled out and tried to set something up offensively. However, he's been drawing the foul, and again, 80% from the foul line, so you can't blame him for driving on that play.
No real negatives for him going for it.
Right.
You start looking down the list of Red Hawk fouls. You got 2 against Powell, 2 for Molden, 3 for Reeves, 2 against Young.
Passes. Oh.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate for the Eagles.
Carroll got ironed before ball. Quick 3. Oh, excellent block.
Nice hands by Carroll.
Yeah. When you miss a dunk, good way to get back on the coach's good side is to get a block on the other end.
Absolutely. We've got Cade coming in for Mike Armstrong. Cade's had a little bit of a quiet night tonight.
Floater up, no good.
Oh, nice putback.
Yep. Tipped up and in by Reeves. Eagles looking to drive.
Again, Karan drawing the foul.
Fouls on Black, 33 for the Red Hawks. That's his second.
As I mentioned earlier, Coach Wainwright said Karan's hard to stay in front of. He really is.
He really is. Mm-hmm.
He's blowing by, they're reaching, he's getting the foul most of the time.
And the next foul, no matter where for the Red Hawks, will give the Eagles the 1-and-1. Again, I think he's perfect on the night.
Press is broken. Eagles dropping back. Red Hawks swinging the ball quickly, not finding an opening. 3 passes in, 4 passes in, still nothing. That was a contested 3, no good, but they get their own rebound.
Right back out, shot clock at 26. Down low. Easy
I would have liked to
turn.
see him hand up in his face that time.
Yeah, easy look for Black. Lamont spy his man, gets it up and in.
Karan doing what Karan does, getting to the basket. Yep. He will find a way to score. And that's why he's leading the Eagles. And that looked like a travel.
That's a walk.
Thank goodness. I was like, how many steps are they going to let him take? Eagles now up by 13, the biggest lead of the game. Coach Wainwright calling for a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout.
And right before the timeout, the Red Hawks made a substitution. Coming out was Brandon Reeves with 3 fouls. So it seems like the number 12 and 13 is the safe number right now. The Eagles have maintained about a 12, 13-point edge in the second half. The Red Hawks are able to get it under 10 for about 2 or 3 minutes, but the Eagles were able to push it right back out with a great run moments ago.
Cade on the inbound. We got full court man-to-man.
Perry with the look. Wilder for 3.
Wilder. No good. Red Hawks
stolen
had a man
away.
wide open. They missed him.
Carroll. Too strong, but the foul is called.
or foul.
That foul is against
a foul.
Powell. That is his third. Carroll to the line, couple of dribbles up, misses the first end of 2 shots. Misses the second rebound.
Nice
Wake Tech.
job by
Who's the one that puts it in? It's Wilder.
Those are momentum plays.
They
I just
really
can't tell you enough. It's more than just the 2 points.
You're
It's
absolutely right.
demoralizing to the other team when you've got bigger guys underneath that you're out rebounding.
Yeah, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to come away with that rebound.
I think the referee's having a little talk with them about what could have been perceived as maybe taunting with the gesture.
I can see that.
I think he was just feeling it for a moment. Now he's regrouped. It was a fabulous play.
It really was. Oh, absolutely.
I felt strong. Again, Catawba. Looks shot clock didn't start, so we gotta get a reset to 25 seconds here. That's on the referee's count.
So Parks enters the game for Powell for Catawba Valley. Powell will sit with 3 fouls. Oh. Yep.
Tyreek out of control on that play. Trying to do a little bit too much.
Yeah, he already lost control of the ball, and he just kept moving forward.
Again, it comes back to just settling down, back to the fundamentals, do the little things right. Oh, wow.
Good steal.
Wow, Karan with quick hands. I don't even know how Redhawks got that pass in there with 4 defenders. Again, getting a little bit chippy, but that was with the Redhawks' own man. They were fighting over the same ball, same team. Now might be a good time to reiterate to the team that the game's on the line. It's not worth an ejection for either team or any of the players. It really isn't.
You take out one player with an ejection now, and it's going to make all the difference.
Right. Up and... Okay.
Jump ball will go the Eagles' way.
Again, Catawba with the full court man-to-man press. Cade working hard to open something up. And he does.
Good look.
The Redhawks recover quickly, though.
That was a nice low post screen by Carroll that set up that whole possession.
It was wide open. Good hands again. Karan, good hands.
And that went off the foot of Black, so it will be out of bounds. Possession for the Eagles.
You mentioned the differences between the Eagles teams over the years, and I feel like this year's team plays a lot harder defense.
Yep.
They have their hands in everything.
I agree.
And it's responsible for a lot of their offensive points. They convert on those.
Sloppy inbounds there for Wake Tech gives the ball back over to Catawba Valley. going to be a screen, an illegal screen. That'll be against Young. That is his third.
Interesting to listen to what the referees are hearing from the coaches. I don't get that luxury in volleyball. We get carded, we're done.
That's right.
So
much different. No, that's going to go against Wilder again. All right, inbound play for Catawba Valley. Gets it across the timeline. Oh, good hands yet again. Ball bouncing around. Wilder comes up with it. Going down the lane all by himself, up and in.
Down. Nice job. He hesitated to look for something to open up. Nothing did, so he created the play for himself.
Yeah.
34. That was a great cut and a great look.
Salve Young with the basket.
Timeout on the court, Red Hawks. Timeout.
Wake Tech's Jaron Ellerby on the sidelines riling up the crowd.
Now we don't want to put him with the cheerleaders. And after the timeout, coming back into the lineup for the Red Hawks will be Isaiah Johnson.
Regardless of the outcome, I think tonight's game is kind of a wake-up call for the Red Hawks.
I would say you're right. Mm-hmm.
In regards to the standings and the rankings, and as Coach Wainwright mentioned at halftime, it's a tough league. It really is. When you have multiple teams in your conference each year that are nationally ranked throughout the season, that's a tough conference.
It really is. And we're very fortunate here to have such great basketball.
Absolutely.
Spin move in the lane.
Space there. Christian.
Oh, he's going to call a jump on that. .544 to go.
No call.
Yeah, that would have been a good time to swallow the whistle.
Right.
Molden.
Red Hawks getting a fresh clock. Another open look.
There's
another
Johnson.
open look. And one.
Down it and the foul.
Not a lot falling for the Red Hawks. They've been most successful underneath the basket, and yet they're continuing to shoot around the perimeter.
That's right. And it has taken them a while to get through the 60-point mark, sitting at 68 points right now.
know, even if you are a perimeter shooting team, if that's not working for you on that particular night, you go to what is working for you.
That's right. Up and in by Johnson. 4 straight for him. Another deflected ball out of bounds. Wake Tech in a tight spot. Only ahead by 9.
That was Cole Johnson, number 12, with quick hands for the Red Hawks. This is going to be a tough 5 minutes for the Red Hawks because they've got to play tough defense without fouling. Or I should say fouling the right people.
That's right. Yeah, comes down to the strategy. And on the next foul, moving forward, Wake Tech will shoot 2 from the stripe. Go into the double bonus. Both free throws drop for Wilder. It's 81-70.
Really, tonight, I don't know that there's anybody you can foul on the Wake Tech Eagles team. They're all shooting pretty well from the line.
High arcing 3.
Again, that's the third 3 out of the last 4 or 5 shots, all unsuccessful. But again, the one take to the basket, they scored.
Another foul on Parks. That'll send Wilder to the line for 2.
Subbing in for the Red Hawks. And there's your guy, Dela Cruz, coming back in.
I have a sneaky suspicion we're going to start to see the 3 ball.
Here.
Yeah. So with Reeves coming back into the game, he's got 3 fouls. Another player in foul trouble for Catawba Valley.
Good on the free throw.
Oh, Johnson underneath.
Good rebound by Christian.
Rebound.
Pushing the ball up, looking for an opening here.
Yeah, you can certainly set your offense now. You're under 5.
Right. Use the clock.
He's going to shoot a 3. Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen us use a little more of the clock on that possession. We're currently up by 13. Just under 5 to go.
Yeah,
make them foul you.
That's right. The clock right now is your friend if you're ahead.
Exactly.
Or it could be your enemy if it stopped.
Right. Goes back to if you're making your free throws, then it's your friend. If you're not, they're stopping the clock and you're not scoring.
So Reeves with the clock stop shoots the first end of a 1-and-1 and misses. Defensive switch ahead of Wilder. Gets the shot off and his rebound. Up and in.
Wilder, nice job.
A breakout game for him tonight. Yeah, breakout performance. Oh, good
Red
rebound.
Hawks struggling to connect on the other end.
You can take time off the clock here.
Red Hawks got a 2-to-1 situation there. Dela Cruz
hits the 3 and he's fouled.
I mean, you earned it.
Yep.
You earned it. So I think he's 3 for 3 from the 3-point line now. He missed 1 on this end, 2 on this end, made 2.
That's right.
3 for 3. Or I mean 3 for 6, sorry, 50%.
And with that foul on Wilder, that's his 4th. He's easily been your most outstanding player of the game, and he's sitting on 4 fouls. And I might have had that wrong. That might have been his 5th.
That that hurts a bit. 13-9 may not sound like a big difference, but it is in this game. When you get under 10 and you've got a few minutes left, which is where we're at, anything can happen.
Official is asking Coach Wainwright to get back in the coach's box. So I had that one wrong. That foul on Tariq Wilder was his 5th. So he will sit.
Man.
That's been a lot of your energy tonight.
I'm at a loss for words.
Yep.
Feelings are a little hurt.
Well, you got to pick up. You got to dust yourself
a whole lot of fire
off.
and energy for the team, making a lot of great plays. We're gonna have to pick up the slack here and reset the clock to 25 again. So that was number 4, JJ, entering the game for Tyreek.
So you give up a little bit of size, maybe not the heart.
Oh, wow.
Eagles held on to it a little
break.
too long. Couldn't get across the timeline. 10 seconds is the call. It'll go back over to the Red Hawks, who have gained a bit of momentum.
Eagles need to hone in and focus right here.
Yes,
Focus and finish. We got 3.5 minutes left. A couple things haven't gone our way. Let's regroup. Get a hand up. Get a rebound.
That is a block.
Very close.
Yeah.
It was close. A split second, it could have went the other way.
I've got that on Molden. That's going to be his 3rd. I have been prone to mistakes tonight. Christian will step to the line for 2. Puts down 2 quick dribbles up, and it's good. Everybody gets set. Puts the ball down twice, up. No good. Molden looking inside, Johnson underneath. Foul on Armstrong, that's his 4th.
I appreciate you carrying the weight right here. I'm getting
That's
caught
fine.
up.
Nope, you're good. That's all right. It's understandable. No lead is a safe lead with more than 3 minutes to play.
Absolutely.
Johnson short on the 1st. Oh, it comes off, rebound to the Eagles.
Karan with the rebound. Let's see what the Eagles do here on offense.
Oh, you got to remember the basketball.
I got nothing, Joshua.
That's all right.
Got nothing on that.
We've got substitutions. That's what we've got for the Red Hawks. We've got Black and Young, which have both entered the game. So with that jump ball, the possession arrow now clicks back to the Red Hawks.
Got JJ running point.
Yeah.
Pushing it off to Perry. Perry driving, looking, slipping,
No.
and scoring.
Could have gone for a walk there, but
Could have.
no call.
Could have.
Eagles extend the lead.
Number 5 looking inside.
Wrapped around him.
Okay. He hooked him.
That goes on Young. That's 4. .235 to play. JJ across the timeline.
JJ with the turnover.
That's tough.
De La Cruz picking that up.
Eagles back on defense. No numbers. Molden.
Powell with the miss. That would be Christian Animahe with the foul.
And I've only got him listed as with 2 fouls, so he has held himself out of foul trouble tonight, which he usually does.
Coach Wainwright having a talk with JJ over here.
Talk a little bit about some ball handling there.
Yep. JJ's still learning the point guard position. Coach Wainwright said he's learning how to find better opportunities for his teammates.
Black hits the first end of 2 free throws. Both teams now in the double bonus. Sets, shot up, it's good. That's a quick foul.
Immediate
by
foul
Molden.
on the inbound. And that's not the Eagle that you want to foul if you
Nope.
have a choice.
And that puts a real flashy guard in Molden into some major foul trouble with 4. First miss of the night.
Yep.
See if he can get his head back on straight.
That's good.
Hits the back end of 2.
I love the defensive mindset. As soon as he scored, he was ready to play defense. Nice hustle back.
Molden loses the handle, gets the ball back.
33 open and it's off. That ball didn't have a chance.
Probably not who you wanted shooting the 3 ball there, especially with De La Cruz on the court.
Just under 2 minutes to go. Eagles just need to hang on to the ball here.
That'll be a charge.
That doesn't really make sense, Joshua.
You got a double-digit lead.
Pull the ball out.
Pull
Take
the ball
some time
out.
off the
That's
clock.
right.
You don't want to
he's
give
learning.
them opportunities to get momentum, and that's one of the ways to do it. You know, they're struggling as it is, so you don't want to help them out at all.
I'm pretty sure we will not see that mistake made again in the future. Molden with the ball. Cuts across the lane. Loses it out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles. Quick inbounds back to Molden at the top of the key.
Good look.
Quick shot, good. That's Johnson.
We're not out of the woods yet.
Nope, not yet.
Minute 40, up by 11. Let's hope nobody gets hot here for the Redhawks.
We talked at the beginning of the broadcast how the Eagles hold their opponents to right around 79 points per contest. They've done that, but they've left 1:40 left.
The Eagles have a few more points to get to meet their average, as do the Red Hawks as well. 92 and 85 average, respectively. Eagles seem locked in coming out of the timeout. Red Hawks still working on the game plan.
So I don't think Catawba Valley will abandon the press. They're showing that coming out of the timeout.
Right, they can't afford to.
Oh,
Such few time left.
Fundamentals. You got to get the ball in play. You got to make a safe pass. What's been happening when you get the ball? Catawba's been fouling. Just get the ball in.
And again, come to the ball when the passer's in trouble.
Follow. Good. Timeout.
So they're within 9. That took
91
about
seconds
9
to play.
seconds off the clock. Coach Wainwright establishing who's going to inbound the ball coming out of the timeout. Reiterating the game plan, just get the ball in.
Get the ball in play.
Make your foul shot.
That's right. I mean, they're going to have to foul you. I mean, the Red Hawks could
Use the
maybe
time
allow
unless you-
one last possession
Right.
where the shot clock goes down, but then
Right.
you'll be right at around a minute.
Use up your clock unless you have something wide open, then take it.
That's right.
Coach Wainwright mentioned his mom was coming to the game tonight.
Oh, great.
So give a shout out to her. That's awesome having her for the first time in the Eagles' nest. My sister's also watching. Shout out to her.
All
we got your
right.
feedback earlier.
Hey,
Thank you,
sis,
Sonia.
what's going on?
All right, we're back at it. Eagles on the inbounds. We got some tight D going on by the Red Hawks. Get it into Christian, back to Perry. Perry pushing it up to JJ.
Hold the
JJ
ball.
looking
Hold
for
the ball.
Armstrong. He's got him. Yes! That was a great play.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Tight D, no need to
Taylor
foul.
Cruz for 3. Front iron, no good. Out of bounds, Red Hawks.
That was a tough shot to take.
It was.
You can't fault him, though. You know, that's what they're trying to do.
That's right.
Give credit to JJ for playing tough D without fouling. That's just good basketball. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he checked him.
This will be 5. That's 5 on Armstrong. He's going to sit. Carroll's going to come in and replace him.
Well, that's interesting. I was trying to look at my notes to see how frequently we've had foul outs. I don't recall having very many this season, and that's already 2 tonight.
That's 2, yeah. So the cupboard's not bare, but it's getting there. That'll be over the
We
back.
got about 2 more deep.
Yeah. The over the back call there. That was against number 3, Jordan Powell. That's his 4th. Wake Tech can add to their margin. Christian will step to the line. He'll put down 2 dribbles and then put the ball up.
First one's good.
That's right. Same game plan. He's got his rhythm. 2 dribbles. Just short.
Cruz getting the ball out quickly. 5 taking an immediate 3. Nice help there by Nimahe.
Yeah. So that'll go possession arrow, which was to the Red Hawks. Good hands by JJ.
Good hands. Again, that's good defense. Playing them tight without the foul. I think that pressure is what's gotten the Red Hawks in this situation.
De La Cruz for 3. No good.
5 driving. Oh, also no good.
Molden with it. Looks like he's cramping up. So quick foul by De La Cruz. That's just his first of the game.
Red Hawks are still playing hard.
They really are.
Despite the score. And I don't blame them. It doesn't matter how much time's on the clock. Every opportunity is one that you can get better and you can improve as a team.
You know, it's very difficult to be able to practice in these pressure-filled moments, so sometimes you have to use the gameplay to get it done. So Carroll again hits the back end of 2. No need to foul here if you're the Eagles.
No need to foul. Karan putting tight defense.
Advantage.
on
Carroll
them.
on board
Pressure.
with the jam.
Creates the turnover. Turnover creates the offense.
I think it's safe to
That's
say that's
Delonte
probably
for
the
2.
exclamation mark.
Absolutely. Again, they're still taking those shots, hoping they'll fall. Just been unlucky. Not a lot dropping for the Red Hawks tonight.
Quick foul on the other end. Cole Johnson reaching in. So it seems like the last time we looked at the scoreboard, it was a 9-point lead. It's ballooned back out to 15. Red Hawks lose the handle.
Turning the ball over. Unforced error.
Red Hawks are going to back off now. This is safely in the hands of Wake Tech. They're going to claim victory.
Congratulations to the Wake Tech Eagles.
They're going to close the book on the 2018 part of the season with a 96-81 win over the Red Hawks. They move to 8-5 on the year and hand the Red Hawks just their second loss on the season.
Congratulations to the Eagles, moving up to that number 1 spot
That's right.
in Division II. Now 7-0.